Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with a Beth Israel Rabbi and Bernard Pinsky. We are here in Jerusalem for the opening of the brand new Israel Center for Addictions and Mental Health. This coming Shabbat, we read Parshat Mishpatim. This parsha includes many laws that tells us how to create a society that functions well and takes care of all of its citizens, including mitzvot such as the fact that we are to cover an open hole to make sure that no one falls into it. Or if, God forbid, we have an ox that has gored someone, we should never allow it to happen again. And then there's an odd mitzvah that tells us that we should make sure not to consult with sorcerers. When we think about what's this idea of magic, of sorcery, we just learned, Lissa and I recently in a class, that sorcery comes from the supernatural acts of someone who cares more about themselves and says that these acts come from them and not from God. When we think about addictions, today we understand that, well, yes, there is a spiritual implication to addictions and to mental health, a spiritual and emotional implication. We also know that there is a scientific aspect to it. And the research that is taking place here is scientific based. I'd like to ask Bernard to tell us more about it, please.
So thank you, Rabbi. Yes, today we just finished having the official opening of the Israel Center for Addictions and Mental Health, Ronald S. Roadberg head office and building. It's here in beautiful Mount Scopus as part of Hebrew University, or just beside Hebrew University. It's a great building. It actually used to be a Canadian Hadassah Weitzo dormitory building for over 50 years, and it ended its life as that, and so we paid for the refurbishment of it so that now here at this Ronald S. Roadberg Center in Jerusalem, they'll be able to do research for the whole country on mental health and addictions. They're going to have treatment clinics with up to 26 treatment rooms all at once, and even more importantly, they're going to be able to train, and it's the main training center for mental health and addictions in all of Israel. You're going to be able to train 500 people all at once because they've got a big conference center as part of it. So we're delighted to have been the main benefactor of this. We think mental health, particularly now in Israel, is extremely important after October 7th. As we were told earlier, 20% are extremely traumatized in this country, but the rest of the 80% are also traumatized, and they have to be dealt with too. And unfortunately, people turn to drugs and alcohol and other sources that become addictive when they are under stress. And of course, the country's under stress. So it's the time is right. And I must say that I'm particularly proud of the fact that when they originally talked about having this building created, I was told what the plan was going to be, and I suggested that they consider, like in Vancouver, our community garden, that they have a rooftop garden, and they've done that, and now they are going to be able to use that for therapy, but also for events and greenery, and it's just a beautiful view. So,
thank you. And I have to say, not only was the garden beautiful, but the whole building, and especially this opening event. And we are so proud to have you, Bernard, and to have all of the members of the board, and of course the administration of the Roadberg Foundation, who are members of our synagogue, as members of our synagogue, doing so much for not only the Jewish community in Vancouver, but literally around the world.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bernard.
Thanks.